Assalamu alaikum. Welcome all to Easy Human Anatomy channel. In this video, I discuss difference between typical lumbar vertebra and typical cervical vertebra. This is the body of the vertebra which lies anteriorly, and this is the arch of the vertebra lies posteriorly. The portion of this arch is known as the pedicle. This is the transverse process. This is the superior articular process. This is lamella. This is spinous process, and this is the vertebral foramen. The body of the cervical vertebra is the smallest, and the body of the lumbar vertebra is massive. The transverse diameter of the cervical vertebral body is greater than the anteposterior diameter, and also the diameter of the transverse process of the lumbar vertebra, body of the lumbar vertebra, is bigger than the anteposterior diameter. The shape of the lumbar vertebral body is kidney shape. The superior surface of the body of the cervical vertebra is concave. The anterior portion of the body of the lumbar vertebra is thicker than the posterior surface of the body of the lumbar vertebra. Transverse process of the cervical vertebra, foramen transversarium, is present within the transverse process of cervical vertebra, and this is the unique features of the cervical vertebra. The transverse process of lumbar vertebra is thin and elongated. The transverse process of the cervical vertebra has two roots. This is the anterior root, this is posterior root, and this portion is known as the costotransverse burr. And the transverse process of the lumbar vertebra is there is another accessory process present at the base of the transverse process of the lumbar vertebra. The spinous process of cervical vertebra is short, and you see the bifid and horizontally placed, except the seventh cervical vertebra, its spinous process is longest. The spinous process of the lumbar vertebra is quadrangular in shape, lies horizontally, and is length about 24 millimeter to 33 millimeter. This is the lamella of the cervical vertebra. It is long and narrow. The lamella of the lumbar vertebra short, strong, and broad. This is the pedicle of the cervical vertebra, which is project laterally and backwards, and this is the pedicle of the lumbar vertebra. This is short, strong, and directly directed backward from the upper part of the body of the lumbar vertebra, and in front it is thicker than the back. The superior articular process face upward and backward. The superior articular process of lumbar vertebra is concave and face backward and medially. The inferior articular process of the cervical vertebra is face downward and forward. This is the inferior articular process. This is the superior articular process. This is the inferior articular process of lumbar vertebra, face forward and laterally. This is the vertebral foramen of cervical vertebra. Shape is triangular and larger in proportion to the size of the body. The vertebral foramen of the lumbar vertebra also triangular, larger than thoracic vertebra but smaller than the cervical vertebra. The unique feature or special feature of cervical vertebra is foramen transversarium. And the unique feature for lumbar vertebra is the massive body and the mammillary process present in the posterior border of the superior articular process. So, thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel.